Welcome.
Welcome to the Everything Podcast, and in this episode I'm going to be recapping Peacemaker Season 2, Episode 7. Yes, because I typed that wrong. I put it was 6, which it isn't. It is Episode 7, titled Like a Keith in the Night, which was originally released on the 3rd of October 2025, and I'm recording this episode just a few days later, on the 6th of October 2025. But before I get on with my recap, a couple of things. As you can probably tell, my voice is now back to normal, because as of time of recording I am no longer ill, so that's a good thing, and hopefully by the time this episode comes out I'm still well and not ill, but you never know. And also, as with the revamped version of the recaps, there is no trailer, so without further ado, here's my recap of Peacemaker Season 2 Episode 7, titled Like a Keith in the Night. We start off with Chris and Hardcourt discuss being on Earth X. Earth X Hardcourt plans on getting Earth 1 Hardcourt arrested. Earth 1 Hardcourt shows Chris the Hitler mural. Chris speaks up with Earth X Hardcourt. Chris and Earth 1 Hardcourt find some Argus security guards. We then have the Peacemaker title sequence. The vigilantes are still speaking to each other. We then have Earth X involving... No, I've read that wrong. We've then got Earth X Vigilante informing Earth 1 Vigilante that on Earth X the Nazis won World War II. Earth 1 Vigilante informs Earth X Vigilante how World War II actually ended. Earth 1 Vigilante mentions graffiti. Earth X Vigilante convinces Earth 1 Vigilante to try and save Adebayo. Keith answers a call from his dad. Chris's dad has tied up Economos. Judo Master helps Adebayo whilst electrocuting everyone chasing Adebayo. Chris and Earth 1 Hardcourt are surrounded until Chris uses one of his suit's powers to help him and Earth 1 Hardcourt escape. Chris mentions wanting to bring the peace cycle back to Earth 1. Keith returns home. Economos attempts to pretend he lied. Keith and Chris's dad see through Economos. Earth X Oggy mentions seeing his doppelganger previously. Economos asks eagerly to kill Earth X Oggy and Keith. Keith informs Earth X Oggy of Earth 1 Hardcourt. Earth X Oggy asks Keith to not let him down. Judo Master insults Chris. Adebayo questions Judo Master over saving her. Adebayo thanks Judo Master. Adebayo apologises to Judo Master. Economos insults eagerly. Judo Master informs Adebayo that on Earth X the Nazis won World War II. Judo Master reveals his plan. Adebayo and Judo Master play Scrabble. Chris and Earth 1 Hardcourt are being chased by police cars. Chris and Earth X Hardcourt are surrounded until Earth X Oggy and Keith save them. Rick Flag Sr. mentions Lex Luthor. Sasha mentions Superman. Rick Flag Sr. threatens Hobson. Hobson informs Rick Flag Sr. and Sasha Bordeaux of something. Rick Flag Sr. gives someone an instruction. Adebayo mentions Kia. Judo Master insults Chris. Judo Master mentions Toy Story. Adebayo names several bands. Adebayo defends Chris to Judo Master. Adebayo considers Chris her best friend. Judo Master has beat Adebayo at Scrabble. Economos apologises to Chris. Earth X Oggy questions Chris. Chris apologises to Keith. Chris reveals why he chose to stay on Earth X. Detective Fitzgibbon attempts to get into Earth X Oggy's house. Earth X Oggy stops this from happening. Earth 1 Vigilante insults Judo Master. Adebayo and Earth 1 Vigilante reunite. Adebayo convinces Earth 1 Vigilante to calm down. The Vigilantes propose their plan. Adebayo shoots down this plan. Adebayo proposes her plan. Keith and Earth X Oggy discuss Earth X Chris. Earth X Oggy gives Earth 1 Hardcourt some advice. One of the Vigilantes attacks and seemingly kills Earth X Oggy. Everyone agrees to return to Earth 1. Keith attacks Chris. Eagerly attacks Keith, as does Hardcore. Chris tells everyone to get off of Keith. Chris raises his voice at everyone. Chris apologises to Keith. Chris killing Keith, his dad, and his Earth X self is shown. Chris cries. Adebayo comforts Chris. Earth 1 Hardcore nearly kills Keith. Earth 1 Hardcore enters the portal. Earth X Vigilante stops anyone else from entering the portal. Everyone returns to Earth 1. Chris shuts down the portal. Argus points guns at Chris Hardcore, Economos, Adebayo and Adrian, and Chris is arrested. And that is my recap of Peacemaker Season 2, Episode 7, titled Like a Keith of the Night. Let me know what you thought of the episode if you watched it. My recap, if you didn't, you can put your thoughts on both of those in the comments below, as well as anything else from which could show such any previews or recaps. Put those in the comments below as well. Remember, you can also like, comment and subscribe, and just a reminder that the podcast is now available on audio only platforms such as Spotify and Amazon Music, amongst others. So they are available on there, but the audio only episodes only include my audio. They don't include the intros, the outros, Chuck's episodes, or any of the visual bits that adds to any of the episodes. So just keep that in mind if you're just listening to the episodes. The YouTube episodes aren't going anywhere, just to stress that and point that out. But without further ado, I will see you in a future episode of the podcast. See you then. Goodbye.